Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
There's so much going on in your community that even in this age of information, it's tough to keep up. This show will help. It's all about what's new, what's happening, and what's out there. So if you're ready, sit back and listen up, Santa Paula.
Yeah, I know. It's like I changed my underwear.
Well, hopefully you change it more than what you changed through.
Well, yeah, but
you know, yeah.
So John's trying to get used to my new. I think we've literally done a new studio every single week for like the last 2 months.
There's always been something, some kind of madness that you've done.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to expect when I come in.
You don't.
No.
That's good. It keeps you on your toes.
Yes.
So we were actually in the Rough Edge Studios room. We were originally setting up separately in a different room, but now we were in the Rough Edge room, and we got rid of the dog bone. We still got the headphones.
Yeah.
So I can,
yeah.
If you feel good, I can wear those like that. And
I feel like I'm not comfortable because I don't have headphones either.
But you can hear me.
I know, but still, I looks more,
with the headphones.
Headphones, I feel more comfortable.
You know what? I can accommodate that.
It doesn't have to be today, but I know. I know it's all a control thing for you. You like to have that total control. You know, you're feeling happy because you got all your equipment in front of you.
I know. Look at this.
Look at that. You're like a kid in the candy store.
I know.
Right now.
I got my little data switcher here. That's new, and I got that. And I even have this to where I can control the camera and look up ahead.
Let's see. I didn't have anything, so I put my phone here just to make it look like I have some kind of equipment.
I know,
but
you're used to like just a full body block.
Yeah. I mean, at least we have the table. I was happy about that.
Yeah.
I felt much better with this. Yeah. I got a mic here, so I'm good.
Okay.
I can bring my A game to this stuff.
Feeling a little better about it.
Much better.
And
when I walked in, I was like, what is going on here? Yeah.
And look, you can even be right on camera.
Yeah.
So, and I don't have my camera yet. It's coming in.
Well, that's okay.
So
this is like the Tonight Show setup. We were talking about that.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Yeah.
But see, the guests are all exposed on the Tonight Show.
Yeah, I didn't feel like being exposed today, so I still need my little comfort zone here.
Your barrier.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I want to feel kind of important.
You know what? I think the V looks good.
It actually looks really good. And when you extend your table out a little more, it's going to look good.
Yeah.
We can have a couple guests right here too.
Yep.
So so it's all,
and they'll all be covered, and
it's improving. Even though the studio is under construction, it's still it's improving.
And of course, they don't see everything that's behind it, which is
that's probably a good thing right now. So that's okay.
All the wires that I haven't hidden yet.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the wires.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've already done that.
We do have.
Elvis is always in the house. He's got to stay regardless. He's got to stay.
We just get his legs though.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right, that's all you need. So
I think this will probably be the permanent studio setup once we get the other table in and doing a little V. I think that looks good.
Yeah.
And we can do the whole close-up pad and when we're doing our magic talk and we have a camera directly overhead. So
because this is a multi-purpose studio.
Yes.
It's not just for this show. It's for how many other shows do you do?
I believe there's 8 other shows.
Okay.
So.
And were the other 7 okay with this new setup, or did you just?
They have not seen it yet.
See, that's Yeah, you better make sure they're okay with it.
But I'm pretty sure Julie would be the same as you, where she's like, "Wait a minute, I don't want to just
and if Julie
sit
says,
here."
No, put it back. What are you gonna do?
No, she hasn't seen the.
No, when she sees it.
Oh, the dog bone.
She says, "Put it back." What are you gonna do
with the dog bone?
Yeah.
Well, Scott is the one who took the dog bone down.
Okay.
So it's gone.
So you're going to blame him. Yeah.
It's gone.
Okay.
So there is no dog bone.
Okay.
But I think this will be okay because, you got
it's a little more casual setting.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And I think Scott will be, I think when I showed Scott the thing with the chairs and stuff and kind of alluded to the whole Tonight Show, he was like, yeah, let's see how that works. But I think once he sees that the table in play, he'll be, this is much better.
I think if even you have a long enough table where you needed to add a second person, a second co-host, and you have your guests here, whatever, that still works too.
Yeah.
You have a lot of room to expand here.
My thing is that I have
total control over it.
I have this.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I like.
Yeah, I know you were uncomfortable the other
and it protects my belly.
See, that's from the table. Just kind of, you notice I always wear pretty much dark colors because it's,
I get it.
Yeah.
So
gotta hide the 12-pack.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So the with Santa Paula, I was working on a new video, and it's basically going to be all the different grand openings that have been taking place with the businesses, and Santa Paula, small business. Look at all these businesses coming in. You should be here as well. And there's been a lot of grand openings that have been going on, but one of the things that we talk about collaboration, and when a clothing store collaborates with a restaurant who collaborates with a photographer who collaborates, those are all okay because nobody's really stepping on your toes. How do you find it is when a restaurant tries to collaborate with a restaurant?
That gets tricky a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even though we have a large variety of restaurants, barbecue, American, Chinese, pizza, whatever it might be, we have a good variety.
Yeah.
They're still competing for the person to come and sit and eat at their restaurant.
For that same dollar. Yep.
Yeah. Whereas if I'm like the Gather and Play, and I'm doing videography or magic, and somebody else is doing pizza, there's absolutely no conflicting overlap there. So we can all kind of accommodate.
Yeah.
But downtown there are so many great restaurants. Do you find, are there any restaurants that are actually collaborating with each other?
Not per se. What they do is some of them hired the same kind of videographers. They've done that, but a lot of them don't partner. And I get that. I get why they're doing it. For that reason we're talking about. But
now, how many of the ones downtown partner, or I shouldn't say partner, but how many of them support Cruise Night?
Out of the 8 or 9 restaurants, I think we have 4
that support it,
that actually contribute to monetarily contribute to help pay for the cost of that.
And is there anything that highlights the fact that they're one of the 4 that are doing it? Do they get any benefit in Cruise Night?
They are on the sponsored form. They're on the posters. We promote them. We talk about them. I know this month we're looking at putting their logos on shirts as well to do that. But yeah, we're trying to highlight who they are. They've been recognized by the city also, because what happens is, like with the city, with our agreement for doing Cruise Night, city council is actually approved to match up to a certain amount based on and it's all based on what the chamber does, what some of the downtown district does, and what our restaurants are doing. So they know exactly what restaurants are actually helping contribute to it as well. So they're getting recognition through the city, through the council members as well. So now, can we expand the highlighting on it? Yes, we can expand it to, as we're going through it. This first year we've had that where it's been this whole, everybody's working together this year kind of thing. Last year was starting to, but it wasn't where it needed to be. So now we're trying to figure out how we combine things and stuff. So it's good. We really would like to have all the restaurants contribute, because it's not very much, but they all benefit regardless.
Right.
And that's the tough part, is that we would like 100%. We know we're not going to get 100%, but I would like at least more than 50% to do that. Right. Because it is expensive to have a cab cruise. I don't know if people understand. It's costly to, it's $40,000-$50,000 a year to have cruise night,
Right.
And how does that get paid when it's a free event?
Right.
So we rely on sponsorships. We rely on support from cities and some other organizations too. The city and other organizations to help put it together. The chamber contributes as well. we supply the manpower to do all that as well, and we got to pay them too. So we have some businesses that have actually paid into cruise night that aren't even in the district that they wanted to support because they love what we're doing. So, but then players within that district, we don't have 100%. And I really wish we would have that. And maybe next year it will. Maybe it'll happen next year. But we got to start somewhere. And it's 100% better than it was last year.
And I think it's important for the businesses that are supporting cruise night that they're highlighted in some way, because it's like you said, the other ones do benefit from it even though they're not supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's some sort of acknowledgement that lets everybody know that these are the restaurants that do the support.
Yeah, we're going to feature some of that through social media. Maybe we do a video on it to help support, to show, hey, these are the restaurants that are, during cruise night, please support these restaurants. Highlight these restaurants.
Yeah.
And stuff. And just
actually, I'll work on putting that together.
Yeah,
that would
because if the other restaurants don't get, obviously get upset or just not happy with it, it's like, well, but they're the ones that are highly investing in this too, and they deserve to be recognized for it too.
Yeah, and if you want to be recognized, then
exactly
you can
part of the solution here to keep this going, because it is expensive. I don't think people realize that. They go out, there's cars, they're hanging out there, but it costs money to close streets. Costs money to have police there. So it just, you have to have that for any kind of an event, costs money for insurance, and the chamber absorbs all that stuff too. So, we try and get as much support as we can, because that just makes the costs that much less for everybody.
So who are the 4 restaurants?
Well, right now, I knew you were going to ask me that. Jesus. So we have Rabelais.
Okay.
Contributes. The Fermentation House contributes, and a cider. We have the Draft, they contribute as well, and Pizza Man Dan's contributes. They're the 4 that contribute within the district. Now, outside of the district, we have Park 1055 that also contributes. They just wanted to be part of it too. So they're
a block away.
Yeah. So, but they benefit from it as well. Mm-hmm. So, there's still, let me see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 other restaurants downtown so half the restaurants are contributing, the other half aren't.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that they're not part of it. We want them to be part of it, and we can highlight them too, but it's not the time's not right for them right now to do it.
So what does it cost to participate?
Each business is contributing $250 a cruise night.
A cruise night.
It's a great investment that, and they'll get that money tenfold back you see the restaurants are packed.
Oh yeah.
But they feel that they're compelled to invest in that too, to help support that. PBID contributes a large amount too to cover that. The chamber contributes a large amount on that too. Some of the outside businesses have contributed in that as well. So you can see that when we market it, and you see the posters coming out and on social media and stuff. It has the list of all the investors too that come into it too. And we're looking for more too.
Right.
We're actually, the new owners of McDonald's, they're actually looking at maybe doing some sponsorships as well. So we're working on that project too. So
McDonald's has new ownership?
Yeah, they just have a new owner now. So they're trying to get more involved in the community as well too. So we're trying to find a good place for them to help support as well. We're doing a Coffee with the Cops program there.
Nice.
August 21st. It's actually going to be a Cones with the Cops, because it's an afternoon thing. So we're trying to work out where we can hand out ice creams, hang out with the cops, and
awesome.
That. So we just confirmed that the other day. So we're trying to figure out the logistics.
Can I get us that Sunday?
I don't know what they're going to offer yet. We're still working that part out. If it's just a single cone or whatever, that's going to be up to the restaurant how they want to do that.
Yeah.
But they'll set up. They'll give out, do some giveaways. The police will have some stuff, stickers. We'll have a booth out there too. So we're looking at maybe having some of the classic cars come out and hang out too. So it's on a Thursday night. It's just a cool setting. So from 4 to 6 p.m. So we don't know the logistics on it. We'll be announcing that probably in another week or so once we get confirmation from them what they want to do. And then we're currently working with the police department as well on that. So, but yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of people that want to contribute and do these things and keep these programs going. But everybody benefits from having programs like this, regardless if you're a restaurant, if you're a clothing store, or whatever, and to keep that rolling year after year, we would like to see more contributors to that too, to make the costs, keep the cost down. I mean, the city's matching whatever we raise to it to up to a certain dollar amount. So the more we can invest in and save it, it actually helps save the city a little bit of money too.
Right.
And we can use that money for other things to help promote as well too. So the more we can do, more get investment from everybody, the better it's going to be overall for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's important to acknowledge the people that are helping make it happen. Because the larger community is everybody is benefiting from it.
I'm going to pull up our last poster so we can see it. So, yeah, go ahead.
But now the chamber has kind of cut back on some of the events that it has been doing in the past, right? So we have, aside from cruise night, we're going to have the parade, the Christmas parade.
Yeah.
What other significant chamber events?
We're doing what's called the Taste of Santa Paula.
Okay.
Our fourth year. We're doing that October 2nd. That'll be at Palazzo Event Center. We have about 15 to 16 local food and drink businesses or groups, from wine to beer to, fermentation house will be there. Some of the restaurants will be there just to help support the event. And what happens when people buy their tickets, they'll get drink or food tickets. And when they go to a business there and they give them their ticket, we pay them for those tickets at the end of the night.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's what happens.
So Taste of Santa Paula, the restaurants don't have to fork over.
No.
So they can participate basically for free.
Yeah. And
earn some money.
They just have to bring enough food to support 150 people. 2 appetizers we ask them to do, and then just sell their business, and promote their business.
Wow.
And then depending on how they market it will determine, and what they serve will determine how many tickets they get, because people will want to go back and provide tickets. There's always Rob Blaze does a great job. They provide hurricanes and desserts, always a favorite. So they do quite a bit. There's other ones that have done Mexican food, tacos, or we've done sliders. We've done all these different things, barbecue. And so, but then they're engaging. We want them not just sit there and serve. We want them to engage in the community, in the public there. And then that'll make people say, oh yeah, I'll contribute a ticket to that and buy it. So they get paid. It's an average of $5 a ticket. So, you get, 100 tickets in there, which is not hard to do. I mean, half the people that are there will actually try something. It's $500 they get out of that. The initial cost, which is going to be $50, includes 6 tickets, so out of those 6, that's basically $30. So $20 of their $50 goes just into covering the cost of putting the event on. But once you're there and you buy the tickets, that money goes to the businesses.
So so if they buy additional tickets, none of that money gets put towards the cost.
It
all goes to the restaurant.
It all goes back to the restaurants and stuff.
Wow.
Just the initial fee that they pay to get in there when they get their tickets. And that's why it's important that we get sponsors for that, because that helps cover it. So we have to pay for the facility. We have to pay for staffing. We have to pay for marketing materials and all that, the ticket costs, the machine, the credit card machines, all that stuff's part of it too. So there is associated costs with putting that event. We're a small scale event to compare to other events that do this taste of. But after this year, we're looking at doing possibly a spring event outdoors and bringing more businesses in here, and not necessarily from Santa Paula, but from other areas, a lot of the valley businesses to come in and just highlight. So it'll be a larger scale event where they would pay one price, and maybe that one price will cover all their tastings, and stuff like that. So kind of what they do in other areas.
Well, and Taste of Santa Paula doesn't just have to be about food.
No.
Taste of Santa Paula could be,
it's food and drinks for the most part, but it's also a networking event.
Yeah, but if you think about Taste of Santa Paula, I mean, Taste of Santa Paula is like, it could almost be like, you're experiencing what Santa Paula has to offer.
Well, you got the facility, Palacios, which does events. We've got videoing, which you're there doing all that as well. There's people that donate prizes, drawings that are maybe not part of it per se, but they donate for their business. So we do drawings so people can walk away with something from a different business. I think last year we probably had about 30 businesses that were involved, that played some kind of a part in it. The entertainment, so got to pay for the entertainment too. There's different aspects of it that put it all together. So you're right. It's not just about food and drink. It's about just the flavor of what Santa Paula is.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, out of that, people have gotten, like Palacio ended up getting some events from that. We had somebody that did some marketing stuff. We had somebody that got catering events out of it too. So that's the whole point of having these kind of type of events, is give opportunities for our local businesses too. So, yeah.
So you have cruise night, you have Taste of Santa Paula, you have Christmas parade. Are there any other major events that the chamber is working on?
Well, we also are starting up our ambassador program again. So, it's a new program, the new ambassadors program. So we're going to be doing that. If you're interested and you're a chamber member, there's opportunity to become an ambassador. And the ambassador is one that's going to, help promote their business, but also to highlight what the chamber does and be the representative for the chamber too. Like if you're an ambassador, and you're doing handling marketing, then I'll tell them I'm sending an ambassador that has a business that can suit your needs as the marketing person. So you can go in there and maybe they hire you to do the marketing kind of thing, but you're representing the chamber in a way that also promotes your business too. So, and they all have different strengths.
Well, technically, I think Listen Up Santa Paula is an ambassador for the chamber.
So same thing, but we have some people that we have about 8 right now, 8 potential ambassadors, and we're kicking it off later in August, but they all have different strengths. So someone wants to get involved in government, someone wants to do marketing, someone wants to do just basic, events and helping sign up people. But every one of them is going to have an opportunity. Like if we have a new business that signs up, I'll see what their needs are and I'll connect them with an ambassador that I think that would fit for them. We just had a new business that signed up today, La Fondita Restaurant and Bakery in Fillmore. Okay, they signed up as a chamber member and they need marketing. So I have to see if I know anybody that does marketing. So once I connect them, and then if they want to hire that person, then there you go. You made a connection. You can hire, they'll hire you to do some stuff, and then so on. You know what I mean?
So are you going to only have one industry represented by the ambassadorship?
To start. No,
Okay.
Well, I mean, it depends. You mean like
It's like, are you going to have, 3 marketing agencies and 2 of these and 5 of these?
I'm trying to get a diverse group of people.
So it's like one. Okay, so we have this industry covered. Let's get somebody in this industry.
Yeah.
We have that covered. Let's get.
Because somebody might need something on a small scale that can't afford a lot of stuff. So maybe it's just sharing things, and it's part of the tourism bureau too. That has an aspect of it too, which I know you're involved with also.
Right.
So they may need something more widespread because maybe they're a tourism-based business. So somebody that does something more Santa Paula-based may not work for them. We need them on a larger scale. That kind of thing. But I need to have people in place that can do some of that stuff too. So there's somebody that maybe has some help with the government stuff. So if I have an ambassador, which I do have one, that works with government and understands the back end of government through the city and some county stuff, that could help them at least get them in the direction they need to go in.
You might need somebody who's a bookkeeper.
Exactly. So I kind of delve into all that, but I can't do it all. So it's important that we have people that can help support our membership too. And then, I have somebody that's a member that wants to be an ambassador that does the rentals of chairs and tables and all that stuff. So if somebody has a place that does a lot of catering and stuff, they need that kind of stuff. He's there to provide that for them too. And he's also does business training through SCORE, so he can actually help sit there with them and say, hey, what can I do for you? And he speaks Spanish and all that stuff. So we have people that are bilingual too, to help our Latino-based businesses as well. So I'm trying to get a well-rounded group of people that can actually help, put that together, so there'll be some trial and error on it, but it's great that we can start that. We've been wanting to do this since I started, and just through various things through COVID and, the pandemic and all these, the COVID and then several other things that have happened over the years. It's just one of those things where now we can start moving on some things, and we need help right now. A lot of businesses need help because of what's going on in our world.
So will these ambassadors provide any kind of free service initially just to get them started, or is it
initially when they meet with them, they'll be doing some services for the chamber, like maybe going and having a checklist as far as spending an hour or so with them and just say, okay, tell us what you need, just introduce yourself, tell them a little about your business and how we can help. Then they'll come back with me, and then we'll talk about it and see what resources we can get them, That's part of being an ambassador. You're going to dedicate a little bit of your time to just get to know that business. And if it's not a good fit for that ambassador, maybe we say, hey, you know what, this person might be able to help better, kind of thing. And, that's fine,
Right.
But the potential of that is to also, you have a business too, and you're trying to help, and if they like what you're doing, that maybe they'll invest in you too as a business owner too, and then just starts building that network up.
Right.
So it's new, so it's going to be a lot of trial and error. So we're trying to keep our ambassador program small to start with, so we can kind of build on those strengths, because some may just not be a fit.
Right.
And so we got to. Everybody says, yeah, I'll do this, but it's like, are they the right fit? Because I don't want to waste anybody's time, either an ambassador's time or a business time, going and sending somebody there that really can't have that right conversation and assist and maybe find out what they really need.
Right.
So, and that's what we're going to do, is training for our ambassadors too, and just to see who we think might be a good fit for that business and stuff too. Marketing is a huge thing right now. And, I know you're part of the whole marketing group too. And so, but they may need it at certain levels. So it's like, how do we make that happen? So sometimes it's just sharing what they do. That's all they want, expand their network. So it's a different look at, but some might need a video. So here we go. We'll do a video. So, we're starting August 19th is our first meeting. So we're going to kind of go through all that and just see how it works. We don't know what's going to happen yet.
Right.
Other chambers have been doing that, and it's been working out great, but it's taking time to develop that as well.
So have you talked with other chambers about their program and how they do it?
Oh, that's how I developed my program. I took like all of our chambers in the county that have these programs, took a little bit from each one and combined it and built our own out of that. We always share resources.
Sure.
So that's what it is, because I don't want to reinvent the wheel. So we all kind
Right.
of but I took a little bit off everybody that I thought was relevant to our community and put it together. Now we'll revisit it in a year, and there's some things we might need to change. You're always looking at improving Kansas studio. So, but yeah, it's just finding that right mix that works, and it changes year to year. With the way the economy is and everything, what we do now may not happen. It may not be relevant in a year.
Right.
We don't know. So we have to be very flexible, and that's okay. If some ambassadors can't do it anymore, that's fine too. We're asking them to just contribute be part of one event or something that we do a quarter. So 4 times a year, we ask an ambassador to be part of this in some capacity.
Right.
And that's not a lot to ask for them, but it also could enhance their business. So we're doing that. We're starting the Young Professionals group back up. So the first event's August 26th. And so that's going to be at Park 1055. It's their mixer. They're going to do it at 6 p.m. And so it's a great way to go in and network if you're 18 to 40-ish. So you can go in there and just get connected with some people that are in that group and just network and just see what opportunities are. And that's free to our members. If they have a basic membership, they can have a representative for their business go in there and be part of it. That they one free Young Professionals membership for that. If they're a corporate member, they get a handful more memberships as well. But if you're not a member, then if you're not a chamber member, there's a fee associated with that to be part of that too. So we encourage people to join the chamber, and then that's one of the benefits of having to do that. So
and our show sponsor, Athens Services, Sydney is the one who's heading up getting that started again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Sydney Stoll has been a huge ambassador for this program. She's been working on it all year, and she's ready to kind of release it now. So we're kicking it off with that networking event, and we'll provide appetizers and we encourage them to go and buy their drinks and maybe buy dinner there. And Park 1055 has been very gracious of hosting it. And so the goal is that they do invest in helping that business too, which they will. There'll be some drink specials. There'll be a little something for everybody there too.
Joshua and I will be there in August. I got to find the official date, but we'll be there in August on a Friday or a Saturday night doing strolling magic.
Nice.
And it might become a regular event, but we're going to see how it works out there.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, Heather Fleming, their marketing director, and Bob Dawson, the owner, they've been great about trying to get connected with the community with so many different events that go on, from a martini club to jazz music to just having local bands play, piano bar. They try so many different things, and there's TVs there if you want to watch sports or whatever. The outdoor patio is fantastic, just to hang out in too. I mean, we had our joint mixer with the Ventura Chamber there a couple of weeks ago, and that was great. It was a beautiful day, and just it was great to see people that have never been to Santa Paula, that have never been to that restaurant, loving it and saying we got to come back. And they were very generous in giving us giving their samples of their food. So that really helped a lot of people say, yeah, we need to come back.
Nice.
So, and we'll do something with Ventura later on about a joint mixer over there to help support them too. So because we have members from businesses that are members of both.
Right.
So we're just trying to kind of see how that works out and stuff too. So.
Okay, we are out of time. So
quick.
I know. We have a grand opening tomorrow.
5 p.m. Sisters Asian Eatery, right there in the Vaughn's Shopping Center, right next to Round Table Pizza, where CVS is right there. It was the old Thai place, and so now new owners. So we're going to do a grand opening at 5 p.m. And there's going to be a little demonstration on cooking some methods of how to cook that food. They're going to set up a table, and they're going to do some demonstrations, and then you get to sample the food after.
Nice.
So that's tomorrow night.
And what kind of restaurant?
It's Thai food.
Thai food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing, but it's just a
different
owner and stuff. So we're looking forward to that one. Always good to eat food like that. So but it was we're building off the success that shopping center we had Planet Fitness a week ago. So which has been huge for our community too. So that was a great addition to the community. And now like I said, we have that one. So we had two great businesses.
I'm gonna sign up for those massage chairs.
Weren't they great?
Yeah.
Hydro massage. I tried that. I was like, whoa, I'll pay for membership just for that.
You did the hydro?
The hydro one. Yeah, that was fantastic. But it was great because they've had so many people sign up to get connected, and the memberships they look for are not taken away from our great local gyms as well. It's a different kind of clientele. So, our local gyms like Pro Body Fitness, which is one of our members too, they do more targeted training for people and stuff like that. So It's a different clientele than what they have over there at Planet Fitness. So we encourage people to find what works best for you. We want them to support both our great chamber members as well. If not, fit and fine. Courtney over there has a great thing over there. It's more aerobic style stuff they do, but she's another great advocate who's a chamber member too. So being just with the chamber family, there's three completely different options for healthy to get healthy. So
and it's interesting because as a chamber you got to support all your businesses
exactly. So
and even when they're competing businesses. But I think my philosophy is there's enough food to go around the table.
Yeah, and I have a conversation with all of them, even with Planet Fitness, and ask them who their clientele is, and they said, and they were like, we're supportive of all the gyms in the community. We want them to thrive because then it helps us thrive too. Yeah. And they're like, we don't have the targeted trainers. We don't have, this is for the casual person that just needs to go jump on the treadmill for 20 minutes and go home. Right. After work and stuff like that. But they have other services, but it's just like, come to find out when we were there talking during the grand opening, a lot of people that were there had gym memberships outside of Santa Paula. And now they have a place to do it here. They just shifted their membership to here. So even though, a lot of our other gyms, they had their core members, but there's a lot of people that have memberships outside, that do the larger gyms. But now we have a gym that's comparable to those gyms, and they're all coming back. So they're home now to do that. That's great. Those are kind of the services we need to bring for a community to keep that money in town. Right. Because I don't think people realize how many people spend money outside of Santa Paula. Oh, yeah. And yes, we don't have department stores. We don't have this stuff. And, online plays a big role in it. But there's a lot of other stuff as a gym or something like that they go outside of the city to do because maybe some smaller gyms don't support what they need, So, or they'll do it right after work. They'll just jump into the gym and do that. But now they can come home and do it. So yeah, that's great. It's a balance. It's a balance. But we always encourage them to find your fit. What makes sense for you. All right. So good talk for an hour doing this. I know. To another good hour. Talk. Yeah. But as always, so tomorrow night we got the grand opening at 5 o'clock. Yeah. At Sisters Asian Eatery. Please come support Paula. Robinson, the owner, is so nice, and she's been so connected with the community.
And she carries Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, she carries Dr. Pepper, and she goes to every function right now. She's at all the grand openings. She's been to the mixers and to our business roundtables. So she's been very connected to the community. She wants to help this community grow. And so in turn, we ask that you just please visit. I mean, their food is fantastic too. I've been there a few times and the food's outstanding. So,
Nice.
So please, if you like that type of food, please come and support them, because that's really important. That's a big ask having it in a shopping center. It can get a little pricey there and expensive. So the more we can support our small businesses that are in these kind of areas, the better it is for our community.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. And we'll be back before cruise night.
Yes, we'll talk about cruise night. Cruise night's a week from Friday. So,
Yes.
yeah, already.
Yeah, I know.
We took the summer off, and look at, here we
It's
are.
nuts.
July just flew by. We're gearing up
Absolutely
for the
nuts.
holidays right now.
I know. It's nuts. It's
I know.
absolutely crazy.
We're on 7 months of the year. It's nuts.
It's like from now till death, it's going to go by so fast.
I know. I just had my birthday, which you attended. And
I know.
I'm on the downhill slide.
Yes, you are.
I started thinking about that. I'm like, I got to stop thinking about that. I was like, okay, I hit this plateau now, my next decade, and I'm just like, okay, it's like I'm not climbing uphill anymore. I'm leveling, and I'm starting to look down. And it's like,
Yeah, no,
okay.
I don't think you were climbing up. You're definitely you're looking down the hill
I'm
now.
level and looking over the cliff.
I don't
right
even
now.
know if you're level. I think you're looking down the cliff.
I'm leaning a little bit
Yeah.
down, So yeah, when you hit that 50 plateau, you're at the top peak of the mountain, and then
Yep.
now it's all slowly go. It speeds up as you keep going.
Yeah,
So I'm
it
sure my
does.
next decade I'll be running downhill. Still feel good though. We're all good.
That's good. That's
You'll be
good.
there. You'll be there soon.
I know.
Yeah.
You're an old man.
Yeah, by what, 6 months?
I'm a
whatever?
young pup.
Yeah, for now.
Anyway, we'll see y'all next week. Stay safe and remember, support local, and we will be back.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.